Would you want someone who has a crush on you to tell you, even if you don't have a crush on them back? Why or why not? Yes, not only is it flattering, but it helps confirm their feelings and validates them. It helps the crusher to move past the rejection easier than playing what if in their head for the rest of their life. Even so, the rejection doesn't have to be harsh. By assuring them you don't feel the same but you appreciate the sentiment and appreciate their honesty, it softens the blow of rejection. The part of me that wants to not be alone says yes, because being attracted to me will in general make me more attracted to someone. The part that is terrified of people and relationships says no, leave me alone. I don't even want to know you exist. Yes, because I'm a desperate piece of shit. Yes, I'm usually really shy and won't talk to new people unless I have to. If someone had an interest in me for some reason, that could be motivation to be social and see where it goes or at least make a new friend. As of 11:30 AM PDT, GMT 7, there are a few 101 point or still, score hidden, posts not counted in the above, common yes reasons, common no reasons. I had this happen. It was uncomfortable, because I was seeing someone and the person didn't know and had no way of knowing. I thought she was brave to put herself out there. Yes, cause it's flattering. This strikes me as a very young person's question. This is something that took me way too long to learn, so I am passing it on to you. Hopefully you can learn it earlier in life than I did. You will never get what you want if you don't tell the other person plainly what you want. Relationships don't just magically happen. You have to use your words to communicate what you are feeling. If the person doesn't feel the same way, they will tell you and you will know for sure. But no amount of pining will get you into a relationship. It sucks being rejected, but it allows you to move on. It is far better than having a crush on a girl and never saying anything about it for several months and then watching her get into a relationship with a guy actually capable of expressing his feelings. That is what I did. It was the worst and it was completely my fault because I expected the girl to be a mind reader. Yes, so I could let them know that I don't have a crush on them back. Then they can move on to someone else that would be a better match for them instead of wasting time thinking about being with me. It's not a fun conversation to have for either of us, and he or she might initially be disappointed, but it's going to be better for them in the long run. Sometimes you may have not thought of someone in a romantic way, but when suddenly that door opens it could lead to something great. Also, who doesn't want the attention? This actually happened to me. Surprisingly, it was my best friend's ex who told me that she liked me. I had feeling that she did for the longest time and I was right. Although, I do not share those feelings back at all. It was pretty flattering though. NGL. Yes, so I could for once feel fucking loved. I'm fucking lonely. Yes, if you have feelings for me and you let me know, we can figure out what you want. Stay in contact or not, superficial contact, distance, etc. If you are friends with your crush, you have the right to demand to being heard. If we are friends, I hear you, and I consider your feelings and value you as a person, but I can only do that when you're open and honest with me. If you're not friends, well, yeah, how else would they find out whether I like them back? Yes, because I'm curious on which weird ass motherfucker likes me. No, because I would probably end up dating them for 2 years cause I didn't want to hurt their feelings. No, I never want to know as it'll just make me very uncomfortable either way. If they know for a fact I don't like them romantically, but they want to tell me anyway, that would seem a bit inconsiderate on their part. Why put someone in an awkward situation when you don't have to? But if they genuinely don't know how I feel and they're just trying to shoot their shot, by all means, go ahead and tell me. If I were in their shoes, I'd rather know so I could move on. Yes, because my self-esteem is so low that I'd probably start talking to them and liking them within 5 minutes of them telling me no, because it just makes the relationship awkward and eventually it would probably ruin our friendship. It's only happened once and we didn't stay friends since the nature of our relationship changed. Edit. Just want to clarify that of course it varies person to person, but just in my experience I would rather have not known. We also weren't very close friends, so that probably contributed to our mutual feeling of awkwardness. I would prefer either our friendship develop further before they tell me, or they just don't tell so that we can preserve our friendship. I have to also say, there are many times I had small crushes on some of my friends, but by keeping it to myself, and looking at them through the lenses of a potential best friend, I managed to make the crush disappear. Again, it depends on who you are and how you deal with your feelings though. Yes, so that all future interactions are awkward and sweaty experiences. Because it is fucking awkward. Happened to me recently. I was texting with this girl I go to school with and I started to suspect she had a crush on me, so I made a little nudge to see if I was right, by saying I actually thought you had a crush on when we first got to know each other. Then she confessed that she did not at that time, but did now. Then I regretted my decision and we stopped texting after that night. So to summarize, I was right, but I feel like a douche. Yes, open communication is almost always for the best. In this case, that lets the other person move on. I can speak from the crusher's point of view on this. No, I'm an awkward person, and even though I would probs want things to stay the way they were, chances are they won't. IDK, man, it makes you feel so conscious about the topics you are talking about, and if how you behave is appropriate or not. Like, tell me if it makes you feel better and you need it to move on, but don't if you know I don't feel the same and you want things to stay the same. Unless you know I like you back, just don't tell me you like me. This will change the way I see us and how I feel about you. I'm married, so they would have nothing to gain. Even assuming they had a chance would piss me off and ruin the friendship. Yes, because they can get that stress off their back. No, because I already found someone I love. Yes, I've been having crushes on people myself and I want a bit of a twist. I would really rather not know. That way I can ignore their romantic feelings and just go on being friends. Oh geez. No, I can't handle that level of awkward. Well, yeah, I'm a welcoming person. If someone had a crush on me, I'd like to know. That way I can avoid hot button issues that could arise from me not knowing. Like for instance, making sex jokes. Yes, I need some confidence. A friend of mine who I'm not into physically at all got drunk at the weekend and told me she has a major crush on me, after we just booked a week-long holiday in Durban together next month to visit a friend. Now I'm not sure if it's gonna be really awkward all week, or if maybe now she's said it, she'll get over it a bit and it'll be fine. We have a week with a bunch of other mates in Kenya first, so maybe that will help to settle things down. I guess it's better than her telling me once we got to Durban. That would have been worse. Anyway, I was genuinely flattered, because she's really cool. I just don't fancy her at all. I think part of it is because she knows I have a massive crush on another friend of ours, who knows that too. She's not into me and that makes me even more into her. Our life. Yes, because it's bold and something most people do not have the courage to do. It's liberating. No, it's pretty awkward if you don't like them back in a similar way. Not if it will ruin a friendship we already had. Otherwise, being mature about it and laughing it off if I don't feel the same way is mostly flattering to my side, as long as it doesn't hurt the other side's feelings. Yes, because you never know, I might like you back. I'd want them to do whatever was easiest for them. What matters to me is that they can be chill. It changes the relationship and makes it awkward. You can't go back from that. No, especially in business settings where you can't avoid people. Yes, because in the words of comedian Adam Conover, it's better to know. Well, people go on Tinder and ignore the buffet just to validate themselves, so I'm going to answer yes for everyone. No, don't, it'll make me feel weird and I'll freak out. A few years ago this happened to me. There were a group of us that were friends. We hung out regularly and we all got along. One evening he broke off from the group and went to the bar and I drove 2 others home. I was concerned about him, so I went back to the bar to check on him. He was drunk and he said, "I have something I really need to tell you." I told him that some things are better left unsaid and told him to wait until he was sober. He said no. I have the courage now and I repeated that it would be safer to wait. I kind of knew what was coming, but I am married and even if I did like him, I didn't in that way. It wouldn't go any further. He decided to tell me anyway. It was so bad. It broke up the group. Everyone was uncomfortable and we lost our friendship. So no, I wouldn't want that to happen again. 100%. After a while you learn not to say anything unless you're sure they'd feel the same about you, tbh. Yes, I would want her to tell me, because then I would know someone is interested in me, and if she were at least a likable person I would give it a shot, but also because no one has ever told me they had a crush on me, so I desperately want that feeling of being wanted. While I love the confidence boost, I'd rather not know. Once someone tells me they like me, I feel like I owe them something. I've also had people get angry when I turned them down, so at this point I'd say no. Now awkward, although I'm sure Redditors will all say yes because you are obsessed with crushes and telling them while forgetting what things are like in real life. Not really. I was one of those girls in school that didn't get a lot of attention and was really nerdy. In middle school a couple of girls thought it would be funny to convince some guy to tell me that he liked me, then make fun of me for believing it. I didn't really trust declarations like that afterwards. The little incident had hurt too much. Nowadays, I am a happily married woman, and while a confession would make my self-esteem glow for a second, I think it would be more trouble than it's worth. To an extent, I had a girl get my number and added me off of Facebook from a Pizza Hut order. She would message me at 3 AM telling me that she thinks I'm hot or that I'm really cute. I view myself as pretty average tbh. Regularly. It was somewhat a confidence boost, but mostly just bizarre. She has her tires slashed in a bi-weekly basis it seems, so there must be something wrong with her. No, because I am engaged and cohabitating and it would be awkward. No, but I'd want to know, like I'd want to know about it, but pretend not to maintain the friendship, relationship, whatever. I hate rejecting people. LOL. Number, that's just uncomfortable for everyone. I can tolerate knowing someone has a crush on me, but I would rather they keep it a secret. That way when I don't act differently around them, they don't think I'm not interested. Yeah, just so I know that someone is crushing on me and not just me on others. Yeah, a boost of confidence would be nice. I would kindly reject them unless they are a jerk, and feel nice someone actually liked me. If I liked them back then, hell yeah. Yes, because I could possibly introduce her to someone who might be able to reciprocate the crush. Yes, it's always better to be open and honest about your feelings than to not be. As someone who likes to know everything, of course. Yes, I've had many girls tell me they have a crush on me in school, but I always felt bad when they were embarrassed. But at least they knew what the outcome was rather than just thinking about what the outcome would be if they said something.